I absolutely love it when the 13Fs come out, guys, and we get to see what these super investors, what stocks they're buying, what they're selling, what their top holdings are. And guess what? That's exactly what we're going to talk about today. We're going to talk about Berkshire and Buffett, Ray Dalio, Bill Ackman, David Tepper, a couple of other ones. So, guys, let's dive into it. Hit the like button, make sure to subscribe, and follow along for more content. And, of course, take a sip of your coffee. Cheers, guys. I appreciate you all for tuning in. And by the way, today was not the best day for the market, which we're not going to talk too much about because I really want to focus on the super investors. But we did have a red day pretty much across the board, except for the Russell, which we'll talk about in a future video. But for now, let's dive into what these super investors are buying, what stocks they're holding, selling, what they're adding to, what they're reducing. Let's dive right into it, guys. Bear with me. I'm going to pull this up right here, and we'll start off with Warren Buffett, Berkshire Hathaway, and I get it, Warren Buffett technically retired, right? But he still has some sort of input in what Berkshire is doing. And if you guys take a look here, their top holdings are pretty much the same. We have Apple, American Express, Coca-Cola, Google, Bank of America, but you do notice a couple of stocks are being sold. Some are increasing in size. So let's dive deeper into that. So what new holdings did Buffett add during the quarter? Well, just one. D.R. Horton, ticker DHI, he added what, 3,500 shares? They added a whopping $580,000. So that's nothing for Berkshire, guys. That is absolutely nothing, but that is the only new stock they added, and they did close out Constellation Brands, ticker STZ. They sold all 632,000 shares. And let me see what market, I don't know what the market value of that was before, but they're out of that stock. So not many new or closed out positions. But that's what they did. And what did they add to? Well, look at this, guys. They are increasing their Alphabet stake out the wazoo, both classes of shares. You have GOOGL and GOOG. They increased their GOOG position by 658%. They added 23 million shares and 24 million shares of GOOGL, which that increased their position by 45%. They also added more Delta Airlines, Lennar, New York Times, Macy's. So those are the stocks they're increasing. And the most notable ones are, again, Alphabet, primarily the Class C shares, right? And Macy's, which that position increased by 141%. Unbelievable, man. And I believe now Google makes up 9% of the portfolio or of Berkshire. Let me see here, guys. How much does it make up? If I go to the holdings page, maybe I have to change my filters here. Let's see. Percentage of portfolio. Let's add all this stuff, actually, so we can see what is going on here. So we can see now Google, the Class A shares, those are about 9.4% of Berkshire Hathaway, guys. Unfreaking believable. Let me see if I can show you guys what we're seeing here with Druckenmiller at Duquesne. We can see they're making a lot of moves. Let me actually refresh this. Give me a second here, guys. Let's go here, zoom in a little bit. So we can see they added a good amount of stock. We can see some reduction here in TBBB, YPF. Some of these stocks, I don't even know. I mean, YPF looks like it's an ADR. So let's see what new positions they added. I mean, dang, they added a lot of new positions here, guys. So Duquesne might have a lot of turnover. They're active, they're selling this, they're buying that. So we have a lot of new positions. And you see Alphabet here is a new position. Delta Airlines, they added calls on Tesla. We can see DR Horton, there it is, Palo Alto Network. We have AMD, a bunch of new positions. Let's see the closed out positions. They closed out JBL, Twilio. We can see WLK, Mercado Libre, they canned that one. Lumentum, they sold out of Lumentum. ALM, they sold out of Humana. Coherent. So it looks like Drunken Miller is getting out of some of these photonics plays. Looks like they dumped out of Broadcom as well. We can see here they added to, if I come up here, guys, give me a second, they added to Taiwan Semiconductor, Amazon. They added an Amazon call option, which I'm assuming that was, I mean, these moves, by the way, guys, weren't made yesterday. These were within the last, 45, 90 days, something like that, maybe before that. So I'm assuming they were in the Amazon calls heading into earnings, so they made a lot of money on those calls. Probably, maybe they're out of those calls now, but let's see. They reduced Drunken Miller, reduced SanDisk. We can see here Roku, a couple other names. I mean, a lot of other names. ARM Holdings, YPF, TBBB, Roku, Tiva. And these are the overall holdings, the top holdings. The number one position by far and away is the healthcare play, Natera, 18% of Duquesne. They actually added more, another 122,000 shares of that stock. Number two is TSM, and their third largest position is STM. Now, I'm sure you guys heard a lot about Bill Ackman, Pershing Square. They added back into Netflix, which Ackman actually used to own Netflix a couple years ago. Then he got out of it, I think 3 months after buying it, saying he made a mistake, and he's not afraid to admit to when he makes mistakes. So now we can see a lot of positions that he's adding. I'm pretty sure he added more on top of Netflix. He added more Visa. Let me see if I can find. For some reason here on Well Wisdom, it says all these positions are new. Maybe because they just got listed on the New York Stock Exchange. Pershing Square did, so maybe it's showing as they're all new positions. But he added to Netflix. He added to Visa, a couple other names. I'm pretty sure 6 names Pershing Square added to, and these are the new, or not the new, but the top holdings. Uber's number one by far and away. Well, not really actually. It's 12%, 13%. But it's a decent size for Bill Ackman. Number 2 is Brookfield. We can see ticker BM. Microsoft's number 3. Amazon's number 4. Number 5 is Howard Hughes Holdings. We can see number 6 is Restaurant Brands. Meta's number 7, which they added that a couple months ago. You guys remember that. Visa is after that. MasterCard. And then we have S&P Global, which, S&P Global is one that he started adding. And now Netflix, again, it's a new stake. 14 million shares, or 13 million, excuse me. Now it's about a 5% weighting of Pershing Square. And Appaloosa is another one, David Tepper, that we have to look deeper into. Let me click that refresh so the filters apply to this page. We can see Tepper is in a lot of these similar stocks, right? A lot of these, the Ubers, the Googles, the Taiwan Semiconductors. And one thing that stands out to me here, guys, is the massive reduction of Micron. If we click here, he actually sold about 41% of his Micron stake, 690,000 shares. I mean, they still own a good chunk. It's still about 14% of the overall portfolio, I believe. Yeah, but now it's it's coming down a little bit. But overall, that is the key one they reduced. They also reduced Alibaba, AMD, Qualcomm, WHR. Excuse me, guys. And again, they added to Amazon, Taiwan Semiconductor, Alphabet, Uber, Meta, VST, Nvidia, NRG, Baidu, ASML, some other names they closed out. We can see they actually closed out Corning, which I'm long Corning, so, that's how the cookie crumbles sometimes, guys. They closed out SanDisk, United Health Group, Microsoft, Lyft, ticker DB, JD.com, these are a couple stocks they completely closed out. And the new positions are, wow, that's actually interesting. They bought puts on Apple, which I'm curious, did they buy puts on Apple before the earnings report? That might have been a genius play, considering it tanked right after earnings. So they're in, Apple puts. They might be out of that, out of those. That could have just been an earnings play. Looks like they added 800,000 shares of Boeing, 7.5 million shares of American Airlines. They added 1 million shares of CoreWeave, about 150,000 shares of Broadcom. They added SpaceX, Teppers and SpaceX, guys, and it looks like they bought puts on Berkshire Hathaway, the Class B shares, and they added 1.5 million shares of Goodyear Tire and Rubber. So those are a couple of moves here from Tepper, guys. Did we go all those? Did we talk about the reduced ones? Yeah, we did. They added. So the top holdings in Appaloosa right now, Amazon's number 1 and Micron's number 2. Those are the top 2 by far and away. We then have Taiwan Semi, Google, Uber, EWI, Meta, VST, Nvidia. Apple puts are, I think, the 10th or 11th largest holding. So not a bad little, not a bad, switcheroo for Tepper. A lot of moves here made, and we have to talk about Ray Dalio, guys. Bridgewater. This is the last one we're going to break down. And by the way, make sure to hit the like button, subscribe, hit that follow button, and let me know in the comments if you guys are finding value in this video. If you like these type of videos, we can do more like these. So Ray Dalio, guys, Bridgewater sold a lot of stock. If we look here, the new positions, look, they sold a bunch, but they also added some new positions, which we can't possibly go over all these. 213 new positions is what I'm reading. So there's a lot of, a lot of in, a lot of out in Bridgewater. But some of the new positions include ES, which is Eversource Energy, AppLovin, ED, which is, Consolidated Edison, NI, ServiceNow. We have Duke Energy, APA, which is APA Corporation, Expand Energy. So a lot of energy, finance, materials, utilities, a lot of those additions to Dalio, Berkshire, Bridgewater, not Berkshire, Bridgewater, and they closed out a good amount of stock when it comes to the information technology, industrials, looks like a couple healthcare names. They sold out of AppLovin, that's AAPL, Advanced Auto Parts. The ticker is similar on that one, but they sold out of that. They sold out of, a lot of different stocks. 209 stocks they sold out of completely. Look, ADM, AAOI, ALGM, a bunch of those different stocks. And they added to the S&P all different types of tickers. SPY, IVV, and VOO. They added NEM. They added to MO, Moody's, VST. What did they close out? Or we talked about that already. They reduced NVIDIA. This is what was interesting, guys. They're reducing a lot of these AI and tech plays. Bridgewater is. NVIDIA, they reduced by 17%. Sold 826,000 shares. They sold 30% of their AVGO stake, 517,000 shares. That's Broadcom. They sold 53% of Amazon, 33% of Google, 40% of Lam Research, 60% of their AMD stake. Bridgewater sold 50% of Applied Materials, 71% of GE Vernova, 92% of Micron. So we are noticing some super investors, not all, but some of them are reducing their memory stake, their exposure to memory, whether it's SanDisk, Micron. That's what I'm noticing. And Bridgewater in particular, a lot of tech across the board is being reduced, big time. So we are noticing some rebalancing, and honestly, rotation, especially in Bridgewater here, guys. They reduced Microsoft by 35%, Oracle by 10%. A 70% reduction in CLAC, which is, KLA Corp. 35% reduction in Apple, 37% in CLS, 33% in ASML. So that's where we're at with Bridgewater, guys. But that doesn't mean that's what you should do, right? And this is not what you should copy either, because guys, like I said earlier in the video, these moves weren't made yesterday. These were made in the last 90 days, right? So who knows whether they were made 45 days ago, 12 days ago, 60 days ago. They might be out of these positions already. A lot of these, they might be in new stocks completely, but that's what super investors, some of them are doing at least as of this last round of 13Fs. And it's another, big event that we should all be watching, these 13Fs. And it's always interesting to track this stuff when it comes around. But you guys got to take it, like I said, with a grain of salt, as they might be out of these positions. But what do you guys think? Let me know in the comments, and I'm going to dive deeper into all this stuff. Maybe throw it into Chat GPT and be like, what trends do you notice? That would be a good prompt, actually. What trends are you noticing based on all these 13Fs? What are the super investors doing? Give me a deep dive. That would actually be a very good prompt. Honestly, I should have done that for the video, but I'm going to do it after this. So let me know your thoughts in the comments, guys. Hit the like button, subscribe, and join my Patreon if you want to be a part of my private Discord community. See my portfolio updates, my trades, how I invest, sell options to make money, income, all that good stuff. Link down below, pinned in the comments, in the description box, in the bio, or go to stocksurfest.com/Patreon. I'll see you in there. And with that being said, cheers. Have a great rest of your day and weekend.